Good morning, student. Uh, in previous class, we learned about the interrupt of 8085. At that class, we get a basic idea of interrupt, what is interrupt, how the interrupts work, and types of interrupt. That's mean there are vector interrupt, non-vector interrupt, markable, non-markable interrupt, software interrupt, hardware interrupts, and how the interrupt work in the main function with the 8085. And at the last, we will know about the interrupt configuration of pin diagram, interrupt diagram. Okay, so today we will learn about the details in the interrupt. That's mean we told previous class that there are some interrupt are markable and some interrupt are non-markable. The RST is 7.5, 5.5 and 6.5 are the markable interrupt, and the trap are non-markable interrupt. Okay, so how the we can make a interrupt marks and unmarks. So for that we use two instructions. There is a two instruction like a sim and rim. Sim, the full form of sim, sets interrupt marks. That means here by this instruction we can set the markable interrupt. That means by this instruction we can marks and unmarks according our uses the markable interrupt. Okay. At the other hand, the ring instruction is full form of the ring is read interrupt marks. Read interrupt marks. That is previously which interrupt are marked and unmarked. The status are known by status are known to me after the ring instruction. Suppose one programmer make a sim instruction, write a sim instruction, and set or unmarks or marks the RST 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5 according to its own purpose. After that, other programmer, other user come and want to know which interrupt are currently marks, which interrupt are currently not marks. So that's time they use the read instruction, read interrupt marks. That means they will read the markable interrupt which are marks or which are non-marks, unmarks. Okay. So first of all, we come to the set interrupt marks. This is the instruction. This is a 8-bit instruction. That means it has a 8-bit frame format, D0 to D7 bit. This is the 8-bit register frame format, where the D0 bit, D1 bit and D2 bit, this D0, D1, D2 is used for RST, M 5.5, M 6.5, M 7.5. That means marks 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. When it will marks? When it's set to 1. When this bit is 1, D0 bit is 1, that time RST 5.5 means RST 5.5. RST 5.5 will marks. That means we will not allow or entertain RST 5.5 if the D0 bit is 1. If D0 bit is 0, that is RST 5.5 is unmarked. Okay, that time we have to allow the RST 5.5. Now come to the D1 bit. D1 bit is markable bit for RST 6.5. M 6.5 means RST 6.5. Similarly, here it is 1. If here it is 1, that time the we will not allow the RST 6.5. That means it is marked. Okay. If here the bit D1 is 0, that time we have to allow the RST 6.5. That means it is unmarked. Come to the D2 bit, it is M 7.5. That means it 1, it will marks the RST 7.5. If it is not 0, then it is unmarked RST 7.5. Okay. So come to the next bit, that is D3 bit. D3 bit is for the mark set enable, MSE, mark set enable. Mark set enable for what? For D0 to D1 bit. If it is 1, if D3 bit is 1, then only the D0, D3, D0, D1 and D2 bit are enable. That's mean mark set enable. It is, if it is 1, it will enable D0, D1, D2 bit. If it is 0, then it will disable D0, D1 and D2 bit. Okay. Now come to the D4 bit. D4 bit is basically the extra priority bit for the RST 7.5, because in previous diagram, previous class we saw the diagram of interrupt where a extra flip-flop is used. D flip-flop is used to mark or unmark the RST 7.5, because the RST 7.5 work on the edge triggering concept. Okay, so that's why here we use a D flip-flop. No need to go to details. Just remember that RST 7.5 work on the edge triggering flip-flop. So that's why a extra flip-flop is used to mark RST 7.5. So that's why a extra bit D4 bit is for RST 7.5. If it is 0, if it is 0, that means RST 7.5 is unmarked. Okay. So take example, small example. It will be clear to all. That is, suppose it is 0, 1, 1, 1 and it is 0. So here D0 bit is 0, that means the RST 5.5 is allowed, it is unmarked. D1 bit is 1, that means RST 6.5 is marked, not allowed. RST 7.5 is 1, that means it is RST 7.5 is marked, will not allow. And the MSC marks that enable bit is 1, so these 3 bits are activated. Okay, now come to the D4 bit, it is 0. If it is 0, that means if here it is 1, if it is 0, that means the marks, it is unmarked for RST 7.5 using the D flip flop. Okay, so the RST 7.5 in this, after this frame for after this sim instruction, RST 7.5 will be allowed, because here it is 0, though here it is 1, but here it is 0, so that's why it will be allowed, it have to be allowed. Okay, now come to the D5 bit. It is don't use a don't care condition. Here we use 0 or 1. It is no matter. It is no matter if it is 0 or 1. Okay. Now come to the D7 and D6 bit. So D7 bit is used for SOD. Okay. So in the time of the pin diagram of 8085, we told you that there is a pin SID, serial output data, serial input data SID, and SOD, serial output data SOD. So these two bits are used for the serial communication, because inside the processor we use uh, so because the inside the processor the parallel communication is performed, because there is a 8-bit data bus and parallel communication is performed, but the outside of the processor there is a serial communication is performed. Okay, so that's why the serial to parallel communication, there is a device serial to parallel transfer, and the data will be transferred when this bit is 1. Serial data will transfer, output data will be transferred when the D bit is D7 bit is 1. Serial output data bit is 1. Okay, I think you all understand what is the purpose of what is the use of SOD pin, serial output data pin, used for the this bit is indicate the serial output data. Okay, and the SDE, serial data enable. Serial data enable. What is the use of the serial data enable? This pin is the key of SOD, serial output data. That means if it is 1, then we will consider the D7 bit. If it is 0, that D6 bit is 0, then it will be considered, we will not consider the D7 bit like this. D3 bit. Okay, the D3 bit for key of this 3 bit, D0 to D1, D0, D1, D2. Like this way, D6 bit is the keyword for the key for the D7 bit. Okay, if it is 1, then if it is 1 and here is 1, that means the serial output data is performed. If it is 0, if here is 1, that means no serial output data will be performed. So complete the example, that is here it is 0, sorry, here it is 0, here it is 1, here it is 1. Okay, so from this example, we can understand that that RST 5.5 is allowed, RST 6.5 is not allowed, and the RST 7.5 is allowed using the D4 bit, and this condition is valid when the D1 bit is 1. Now come to the D6 and D7 bit. Here it is 1, here it is 1. That means we will allow the we will allow the serial output data. Okay. So I think it is clear to all. SIM instruction. Now come to the RIM instruction. Now to the RIM instruction. As I previously told, the RIM full form is RIM stands for the read interrupt marks. Okay, that's mean we can read the status of the interrupts using the RIM instructions. Okay, it also a 8-bit. It is also a 8-bit register, 8-bit frame format. Okay, that is D0 to D7. Here the D0, D1, and D2 is for the marks status of the source, that status of the marks of interrupt RST 5.5, 6.5, and RST 7.5. That means previously which interrupt is marked or non unmarked, you can see the status from here. Okay, that is M 5.5, M 6.5, M 7.5. If here it is 0, that means it is unmarked. Here it is 1, that is RST 7.5 is marked. Similarly, here it is 1, so RST 6.5 is uh, uh, marks. If it is 0, then it will be unmarked. Similarly, RST 6 7.5, if it is 1, that is it is marks. If it is 0, then it is unmarked. Okay, this is the interrupt enable. This is the interrupt enable pin. That means previous we can there is a two instruction at the time of the instruction 8385. We read two instruction, EI and DI, enable interrupt and disable interrupt. Okay, so we if we disable interrupt, if you disable interrupt, all disable interrupt means all the interrupts at a time will be disabled. Enable interrupt means we will enable all the interrupt at a time. Okay, but after the enable interrupt, we can use SIM instruction and enable two interrupt, that is the frame format, previous frame format. Suppose that was a 0 1, sorry, 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1. Their previous example D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay, so we enable in the program, we enable the interrupt, all the interrupt using the EI interrupt, EI instruction. That is enable interrupt. All the interrupt are enabled. That means no interrupt are right now, no interrupt are marked. After that, we have according to the program, according to our purpose, we need to block some interrupt. Which interrupt we have to block? RST 6.5 we have to block. So the we use the SIM instruction, and we SIM instruction frame format, SIM instruction bit format are in this way. That means RST 6.5.5 is allowed, RST 7.5 is RST 6.5 is not allowed, RST 7.5 is allowed according to this bit, and these are the serial output data. Okay, so I'll come to the ring instruction. D use of the D3 bit. The D3 bit is to show the status of EI and DI. That means it is the previously we enable interrupt or disable interrupt. If a DI is used, that means here it is 0. That means if we marks or unmarks any interrupt, it will no matter, because we previously we disable all the interrupt. That means no interrupt will be occur on the processor, no interrupt will be disturb the processor, because DI disable interrupt is instruction is used. Okay, if disable instruction is used, so here the bit will be 0. If enable interrupt is used, there this bit will be 1. Okay, now come to the D4, D5 and D6 bit. It is used for according to I 5.5, I 6.5, I 7.5. What does mean the I? I mean I here for the status. That means these 3 bits are shows the status of the pending interrupt. What is the purpose of the pending interrupt? Because we know all know, if all the interrupt, that's mean RST 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, trap, INTR, all the interrupt come at a time. At a time, they request processor microprocessor 8085 for some purpose. So microprocessor serve them according to their priorities. That means they at the first the trap will be performed, then RST 7.5, RST 6.5, and then RST 5.5 will be performed. So that time when the RST 7.5 will be performed, that time RST 6.5 and 5.5 in the pending condition. That means they are in the waiting status. So that time the these two bits D4 and D5 bit will be 1. That means that two bits indicate the interrupt RST 5.5 is 1. That means RST 5.5 is in the pending state. RST 6.5 is 1. That means, sorry, D5 bit is 1. That means it is in the pending state. RST 7.5 is 0. That means it is on the starting condition. That means currently processor attend the operation for RST 7.5. That's why these 3 bits, that is D4, D5 and D6 bit are used. Okay. Now come to the D7 bit. D7 bit is used for the serial input data. That means if outside of processor, that means a peripheral device want to communicate with the processor, that time they have to use the serial data bus for the parallel transfer, serial data bus to parallel converter. So if this bit is 1, then that device is allowed, otherwise that device is not allowed. Okay, I think clear to all. Ring instruction. Now take an example, that is a program. The example is a write the assembly language program lines to enable all the interrupt of 8085 after reset. Okay, that means we have to write a program, assembly language program of 8085 to enable all the interrupts. That means enable the all the interrupts. That means we have to unmark all the interrupts after the reset. Okay, so we easily understand that we have to enable. So writing the program, first we enable interrupt instruction, because if we not use this instruction, the interrupt will not marks, and we cannot marks or unmarks the interrupt, because we have firstly we have to enable all interrupt. Okay, so enable interrupt, then we write a program. After the reset, it will be interrupt enable. Okay, so after the reset, you will be we have to set the interrupt first. We have to marks or unmarks using the sim instruction. So we have to use the sim instruction, and the sim instruction bit will be, we have to enable all the interrupt. That means we have to enable, that is unmarks 0. D0 bit is will be 0. D1, sorry, D1 bit also be 0, D2 bit also 0, because unmarked. D3 bit is 1 because it is activate these 3 bit D0, D1, D2. D4 bit is obviously 0 because it is unmarked. After that it is don't care condition. Okay. After that it is these 2 bit D7 and D6 bit maybe 0 or 1, not bother about that. It may be 1 or 0 or 1 or 0. Okay. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. D0 to D7 bit, and the frame of the D0 to D7 bits registers will be like that. Okay. So using the SIM instruction get the data from the accumulator, because the in the processor for the memory map IO, for input map IO, we use the accumulator for the transfer the data. We know that there is a two type of memory mapping: IO map IO, input output device map IO, and memory map IO. So basically, the in 8085, all the devices are connected with the IO map IO. So in the IO map IO, we told that the data will transfer through the accumulator, only accumulator. So that's why the SIM instruction gets the data from the accumulator. So we have to load this value, that is 0001, 0010 or 10, whatever. So this value first to the accumulator. So in the here look, D0, D1, D2 and D3 bit is 1. Okay. Now with all the 0, so that means they use 0. You will disable the serial output data. Okay. This bit is 0. Okay. This is H, not B. So this bit, this value, that is 0, 8, H, move to accumulator, and after that we use SIM instruction. Okay, the SIM instruction, what is the use of SIM instruction? SIM instruction get the data from the accumulator and load its 8-bit register. So if load the SIM instruction in this way, so the accumulator content loaded to the SIM instruction, and using this SIM instruction, processor understand that we have to allow all the interrupt. Okay, after reset. So this is the our program. Okay, then how will check the ream instruction? How will understand the how will get the use the ream instruction? So ream instruction is used, as we told before, that ream instruction is used to read the status of the interrupt. That's mean which interrupt is marked and unmarked. Okay, if we use the ream instruction after that, that's mean the ream get the data from the accumulator. So from the accumulator, sorry, so not from the accumulator, from the ream get the data from the uh, current interrupt status. So current interrupt status is that all the interrupt are unmarked. So the frame format of the ream will be like this way. That is 0, 0, 0, and it is 1 enable line. That is RST 5.5, 6.5, RST 7.5, all are unmarked, and enable interrupt enable bit is 1. Enable bit is 1. Okay. So then 3 bits are for the pending status. That is that currently processor performs some one among these three interrupts, one interrupt, and which interrupt is in pending state. So we take an example that currently 8085 serve the RST 7.5. That's why this bit will be 1, this bit will be 1, 1 and 0, and it is also 0 for serial input data. That's mean RST 7.5 is 0. That means it is not in pending state. It is in operation state. And RST 6.5 and 5.5 in the pending state. That means these two interrupt are to be performed after completing this interrupt. Okay. So this is the ream instruction, and the value will come to, after the ream instruction, value will come to the accumulator. This value is come to the accumulator. So accumulator register load this value, that is 011. Sorry, there is a one bit is missing. uh, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 enable bit. Sorry, it is correct. D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay. So this is 2, this is 2, 2 and 8, 20. Sorry, 2 name. It is not 2, it is 3H. That is 0 0 1 1 3 1 0 0 0, that is 8. So 38 will load at the accumulator, and we have to use the another location to see this value. So you use the STA 8060H. So STA 60H, STA 8060H means the accumulator content, that is 38H, after the stream instruction is load at the 8060H. Okay, and the we can go the 8060 location and check the value, that is 38. That means here all the interrupt are is unmarked, and currently pending state interrupts are RST 5.5 and RST 6.5. In this way, the SIM and RIM instruction is operated. Okay, I think RIM and SIM instruction is clear to all. If you have any doubt, you come to my Google Classroom and you ask me there. Okay, so I will give a assignment. Give a program. I will give a program. You will write this program. Okay, so write a assembly language programming, level language programming, to check whether the RST 7.5 is marks or unmarked. If it is not marks, then it make it marks without affect other interrupts. Okay, I think question is clear to all. Here in the program we have to check the RST 7.5 only, and if it is not marks, you have to check if it is marks or not. If it is not marks, then we have to set marks without affect others interrupt. That means we first of all we have to read the status of the interrupt. Okay, status of the interrupt using the ream instruction. After the ream instruction, we can get that it is marks, RST 7.5 is marks or unmarked. If it is marked, it is okay. If it is not marked, unmarked, then we have to set the RST 7.5 as a marks. Okay, using the SIM instruction. So in this program, we use ream and sim instruction both, but there is some logical operation we perform. So I think you will able to write this program. So I give you link to upload the uh, solve of this program. Okay, so this is the brief idea of 8085 types of interrupts and the rim and sim instructions and their program. Okay, so I think you all are understand about the interrupts and the rim and sim instructions. If any doubt, you can contact to my Google Classroom. Thank you.